I'm standing halfway down my street here at a point where you can see over our rooftop our sequoia tree. You may have heard of Hyperion, the world's tallest tree. That one is a Sequoia sempervirens, a coast redwood. This one is Sequoia dendron giganteum. It's the giant sequoia, or otherwise known as a Sierra redwood. Can you see this? The tree circumference is almost exactly 20 feet, 4.5 feet off the ground. They call that the breast height circumference. From the house to the tree, 13 feet. Okay, let's go up and have a little tour. Here on this path you walk under the first level with room to spare. So it's about 7.5 feet or so up to the first level. Up we go. There's this little pentagon-shaped tower, and then there's a little bridge over to a tall cedar trunk with ivy growing on it. And this is where the zip line departs. Here you can see the first level from up here. The slide. And another little room here. And a spherical mirror. I have a spoonerism for you. Spherical mirror, miracle sphere. 7 feet is right pretty close to the floor of the first level. Ladder to the second level, which is right about 14 feet. Second level, looking at the neighbor's rooftop and the second story of our house, and down at the spherical mirror. There's a fire pole, and the top of it doubles as a flagpole. We have a variety of flags we can fly here. Continuing, approaching the third level, there's a hatch here. I have a power outlet, which often comes in handy here. The railing is just a bit above 26 feet. That looked like 26, 27 feet down. Plenty of room here to walk or sit around. I've had a bunch of kids up here at one time, and it's all very solid. It feels very secure when you're in it. The rails are stiff, but they do have some pretty big gaps in them. My son calls them the death windows. So I wouldn't recommend my construction methods to anyone. This is not code compliant, but there's a spot here where you can lean out on the corner and you can get your feet dangling and bring up a ladder. And then looking up, you can see these cargo nets. I've had little kids who haven't grown old enough to get the common sense not to do this have come up here and climbed on these. I have a a little belay line I can clip onto a kid's safety harness. I am a complete idiot, and no one else should try this. Certainly not on my recommendation. Oh, straight up you can see the limbs of the sequoia are pretty much come right out of the trunk horizontally, and you can see the ropes going straight up and out of sight. Every so often I slide my belay hook up the line a little ways. "38 feet. That's the top of the cargo nets. As you see, this requires no special technical skill to climb the sequoia. It's just a normal limb-to-limb tree climb. Okay, here's the pulley. Almost 50 feet for the pulley. Here's a limb I can sit on a little bit. We're following a route straight up here. There's another safety line hanging down here that has a route down the other side of the tree that I sometimes climb. You might notice that as well as a safety lines, there's an extension cord making its way up here so that I also have power way up in the top of the tree. Okay, at this point, you'll notice a little metal platform that's attached to the tree, a couple of straps. I'm going to show you the back side of this. Instead of having the straps go directly around the tree, I put some blocks in here that give the tree some breathing space, not choke the tree too much. And you can hear this is pretty tight. I have to come up here a couple times a year and loosen these straps, which tend to get too tight otherwise as the tree grows. Yank the tape up here. Platform's at 63 feet. That's about what I thought. Okay. Okay, hold me there, limb. And I have a chair here that I call the Yertle throne, and I'm gonna turn around and have a seat. Very nice. You can see a dog walker down below. Good morning. If I look out to the west, I can see the coast range about 40 miles from here. Then Yertle the turtle was perched up so high he could see 40 miles from his throne in the sky. I'm grateful that this morning is quite calm, because even a slight wind and I get some movement of the tree at this level, and it spooks me, to be honest. But it makes for a very comfortable spot to sit and relax. "Hooray!" shouted Yertle. I'm king of the trees, I'm king of the birds, and I'm king of the bees. I'm king of the butterflies, king of the air. Ah, me, what a throne. What a wonderful chair. Let's take a look at the trunk of the tree at this level. My arms around the tree. I can't do it. I can't. If I really hug it, I'm still missing by a foot or so. So even at 65 feet, the girth of the tree is, I don't know, solid 6 feet. I can't reach around it. Okay, so next we're going to proceed farther. Let's take a look up from here. See how the limbs are getting awfully thin from here on up. Let me try to reach around the tree. Okay, I can do it. I can touch my fingers right here. Pretty thin footholds now. This is a spot where I have to do a little bit of a chin up. Made it. Okay. All right. All right. See where the blue line is fastened up there? That's the top point where I can get my safety line. "86 feet. Now here, I have a piece of PVC piping. You stretch the tape up again. Bottom, this is at 84 feet. And this piece of piping, it's a 20-foot piece of pipe. So it goes from here up to a point that's 104 feet. And then it has 5 feet of clear, can you see it up there? 5 feet of clear pipe glued to the very end. And that pipe has electrical wire running in it, and there are lights up there that turn on whenever I turn the switch on in my house. So let's see, 84 feet plus 25. The top of that you can see from here is at 109 feet from the ground. All right. Let's take one more step up here. Okay. Hold me, baby. Okay, that's at 86. So yeah, pretty small limbs I'm counting on here. If I reach up to this point, you can see even above here where I climbed to hang another anchor. So 86, I'm not gonna pull the tape up here, I don't have enough hands, but see, that's 86, 87, 88. That top strap there is 90 feet up. Give or take a foot. So from not quite 90 feet up. Here are our surroundings. House looks pretty small down there. Now it's true, I was scared earlier today when I was climbing, but this is what really terrifies me. I was watching my daughter do it. Well done. This is my daughter Rain, who was the inspiration for this tree house. We call it a tree house. I guess it lacks a roof and walls, so it's technically a tree fort, but it's a pretty elaborate tree fort. We've gone on dual ropes sometimes. Mm-hmm. So today on film, this is the first time you went without me in the tree. Yeah. You know, we had just barely moved into this house when an older gentleman came by and said that he lived here when he was a little kid. And in 1960, the summer of 60, the family went on a vacation to Sequoia National Park. And he came back with a souvenir of a seedling sequoia in a little flower pot, and he planted it here in the yard, and this is that tree. So this is almost exactly 65 years old.